Okay, but we started with light. You remember we had taken the definition. So quickly, I'm just taking. This was the process we had. This is light. When it covers, light travels in a straight line. Already we have done all these things. Those who have joined later on, just see equal angle of angle I is equal to R. Then this kind of refraction. You can see this type of pattern, which is scattering. This is dispersion of glass prism. Okay, next part was, if you remember, this was the process we had seen, plane mirror, and this was the normal of normal and everything. Then how we can get the image formation. Okay, suppose it's a candle, I had shown you how they are, and then the characteristics also. 5 characteristics, image is erect, same size. Okay, so the lateral inversion, already we have seen all these things. Then we had taken concave mirror, convex mirror, and the definitions of both of them. So then after that, we had taken the convergence and divergence with the next part. Okay, you just see already we have done all these things, convergence, divergence. So just for revision, I'm taking. Then we come to the next slide. All these definitions I had asked you to write. Okay, today also I will share all these things, those who were not there at that time. Then this is what we have seen, pole, focus, center of curvature, everything is shown in this diagram. Okay, and then the rules we had 4 rules in the mirror part. Okay, first rule. This is in the concave part, concave and convex. Now convex. Next one, when it passes through focus, it becomes parallel. Okay, already we have seen all these things. Next one, when it passes through C, it just gets no reflection. Okay, here also it goes to F. No, it's going to C only. Okay, and gets reflected back. And the last one, when it comes to pole, okay, these are 4 rules we are using for mirror. Okay, so this is the end of rules now. We are coming to the image formation.
Image.
Infinity case. Okay. Next one. Object is beyond C. So you will keep your object beyond C. Use the rule. Pass through focus. Okay, and you're getting the image here. Okay, now next one. Next one is again, you can see at C. So it will be of same size. Okay, and you're getting it at C only.
टोन आंटी आएगा पक्का नहीं है, टोन का पक्का नहीं, फुल क्रीम का पक्का।
वेथर बंद कर दे माइक।
फोन में
okay, now it is at F. So this is infinity case, F2 infinity. Okay, and this is virtual case. Convex mirror has started now. First case and the second case. Okay, a very diminished image, highly diminished, I can say, but it is at the point here. Okay, behind the mirror. Now, uses of spherical mirrors already we have discussed. So, see once again, in torches, searchlights, headlights, shaving mirrors, dentists, the glass they are using, okay, to have the large image of the teeth, and then the concentration of heat by solar furnaces. Okay, these are the uses. In convex mirrors, you can see this kind of use. Okay, and then Cartesian rules, already you know, for the lens we have already done. So this is what we have seen. These are the 5 rules we are using. Actually, this one and this one is in NCERT. That is so, but I've taken separately just to tell you. This positive and negative, these two can be combined. Mirror formula 1 upon V plus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. And M is equal to H. So this is already we know and we have used it. And refraction of light, I think there is no need to revise it again. So I'm coming back to the questions. So NCERT questions. Already actually we have done, but some of the questions we have done. So if you come to page number 168. Define the principal focus we have done. Radius of curvature in a spherical mirror is 20 centimeter. What is its focal length? Name a mirror that can be. So all these questions already we have done, but still radius of curvature is 20 divided by 2. That will be the focal length 10 centimeter. Name a mirror that can give an erect and enlarge image of an object. So which mirror can give you erect and enlarge image? That's only concave mirror. So for that, I have just taken all the questions together. Okay, and you just open your page numbers, as I will say. So just see the first question which was asked here. I will share also, don't worry. Define the principal focus of a concave mirror. You have to just write the definition like this. Light rays are parallel. Principal axis of a concave mirror converge at a specific point on a principal axis after reflecting. This point is known as principal focus of a concave mirror. Then this answer already I have discussed, 10 centimeter. Name a mirror, that is the concave mirror. Why do we prefer convex mirror as the rear view mirror? I have already told you, you have to write two reasons. Reason number 1. Okay, and reason number 2. First reason is a convex mirror is preferred as a rear view mirror in the vehicle because it gives a virtual, erect and diminished image of the object placed in front of it. Also, a convex mirror has a wider view. So this is the second reason behind it. So write always both the reasons so that you get 2 marks in it. Find the focal length of a convex mirror whose radius of curvature is 30. Now it is page number 171. Refer to page number 171. Find the focal length of a convex mirror whose radius is 32. Only you have to just divide it by 2. Concave mirror produces 3 times magnified real image of an object. Now it's a real image. That means M will be minus. So if you consider the real image and it is 3 times, so you have to write M is equal to minus 3. If you write like this, then you will keep the value here, minus 3 H upon H, and this is the answer for it. So if you get full calculation, you will be minus 10. The answer is minus 30 centimeter. That means your object will be kept at 10 centimeter and your image will be found at 30 centimeters. So this is the solution I've given. Area of light traveling in air. Now this is another page, which is page number 176. Ray of light traveling in air enters obliquely into water. Does the light ray bend towards the normal or away from the normal? Already I have given you this answer. We discussed on that day. Still, once again, the light ray bends towards the normal. Light enters from air. When a ray of light enters from optical, this reason already you know, optically rarer medium to an optically denser medium, it bends towards the normal. So water is optically dense, so it happens like this. Light enters from air to glass having refractive index of 1.5. What is the speed of light in glass? The speed of light in vacuum is this. So only you have to put the value by using this formula. C is 3 into 10 raised to power 8. N is 1.5 given, and you get this answer. Then find out which has highest optical density. So already we have discussed diamond and air, and these are the reasons behind it. Optical density is directly proportional to refractive index, hence your answer is this. You are given kerosene, turpentine and water. In which of these does the light travel fastest? So you know the speed is inversely proportional to the refractive index. So hence this is the answer. It can be inferred. First you write the relationship, then you just say that which has the highest refractive index. So which has the highest refractive index? 1.47, that is turpentine. So accordingly you will write the answer. Refractive index of diamond is 2.42. What is the meaning of this statement? Now this question is asked many a times with other different types of optical densities, maybe sapphire, maybe some other, in place of diamond they can replace it. So whatever value is given, suppose it is 1.4, 3.1, not 3.1, 1.4, 1.6, anything they have given, just write the formula like this, C upon V, and refractive index of diamond will be replaced with that simple medium, and then the value will be given. This suggests that light ray traveled in the air and entering diamond gets slowed down and speed becomes. Now we have written 1 upon 2.42. If other value is given, you will write 1 upon that value times that in air, and that will complete your answer. So for any of your medium, you can write this answer. Then define one diopter of the power of a lens. One diopter is defined as, it's page number 184. Diopter is defined as the power of a lens whose focal length is 1 meter. You can even write the formula 1 upon 1 meter after writing the definition. Now next is convex lens forms a real and inverted image of a needle at a distance of 50 centimeter from it. Where is the needle placed in front of a convex lens if the image is equal to the size of the object? You know, if it is equal to the size of the object, it will always be kept at C or 2f. So if you just see this question, the image is kept at 50 centimeter. That means 50 centimeter is the position at C, and you can see that case of C only. So what is drawn here, when an object is placed at the center of curvature, its image will be formed on 2f2. That means if you have a lens like this, left side will be used for the object, right side will be actually the image will be formed. So this formula can be used, and if you want to use it numerically, then 1 upon V minus U is equal to 1 upon F. Put both the values, you will get this answer, and power also is got here. So you can just consult when I will share this with you. So it is very easy. You can put the value, only you have to solve the answer. And the power of the lens is +4 diopter. Find the power of a concave lens of focal length 2 meters. Now, you know, power of a lens is reciprocal to the focal length. So it will be 1 upon 2. 1 upon 2 is 0.5 diopters. And you know, when you are writing diopters, you have to write the focal length in meters only. You will never write your answer in centimeter. If it is in centimeter, convert first into meters only. Then come to page number 186. This is the main exercise of your book. Which one of the following materials cannot be used to make a lens? Okay, which is not being used to make a lens? That means there should be transparency to make a lens. Clay has no transparency. So we have chosen the word clay. The image formed by a concave mirror is observed to be virtual, erect and larger than the object. You know, it's only one case when the object is kept between F and P. Okay, just find out which is that, D, between the pole of the mirror and its principal focus. Where should an object be placed in front of a convex lens to get a real image of the size of the object? At the principal focus, at twice the focal length. So he's saying, where should an object be placed in front of a convex lens to get a real image of the size of the object? That means same the size. That means at C if it is written, otherwise they have written at twice the focal length, means 2f. 2f and C are same. So at twice the focal length. Now the choice is twice the focal length, you write that choice. A spherical mirror and a thin spherical lens have each a focal length of minus 15 centimeter. The mirror and the lens are likely to be. Now for this, I just want to mention that if there is a negative sign of the focal length, then the mirror which will be having the negative sign of the focal length will be concave. Okay, and the convex lens always has the positive focal length. That means concave lens. So you have to choose which mirror it is. So first of all, the answer is for the spherical mirror, convex. You know, in convex, what is happening? In convex, just see the whiteboard and see the comparison just to find out why I'm saying this. Suppose you have this kind of mirror. What is happening? You have this kind of focus we are using. So you can just see this focus is on the left hand side. That means this is your concave mirror. It is negative focal length. And if you are using the convex and we are using this kind of structure, then you can see this side is being used. Okay, so this is the positive. And if you have a lens, then for a lens, if you are keeping your object here, it has to pass, you are using this side. That means this has positive focal length. And if you are using the concave lens, then this side is being refracted. So which side is being used? Negative side. So you can just see for a concave lens as well as for a concave mirror, we have to just take the negative, and here it will be positive. So accordingly, we have to write the answer. So I'm coming back to the same question again. So you can just see both concave. That's why this answer is both concave. No matter how far you stand for a mirror, your image appears erect. The mirror is likely to be either plane or convex, because he has not mentioned what is the size. Only he has said erect. If he would have mentioned the size, then for plane mirror, it will be same size. For convex, it will be diminished. Which of the following lenses you prefer to use while reading small letters found in a dictionary? Now, for dictionary, you are using a convex lens, because in convex lens, you know, we can have the case of optical center and F, and you are getting the bigger size. We wish to obtain an erect image of an object using a concave mirror of focal length 15 centimeter. What would be the range of the object of the mirror, and what is the nature of the image? So he's asking that you are having a concave mirror and you have the erect image. Erect image means it will be naturally virtual image. Okay, and you have to draw the diagram to show the image formation in this case. So if you just see the concave mirror given an erect image is between P and F. That is the first part. And how to show it with the help of a diagram? I think this is the best way we can have. Either of the rules you can use. Here they have used the rule from P. Okay, the ray is coming to P and then it is being reflected. You can even use a parallel line, or you can use the other rule. So it's up to you. And you are getting the erect and the big sized magnified image in this. So this is the answer for this particular question, that we wish to obtain the erect image. Yes, we can obtain, and the range is between 0 to 15 because the focal length is 15 and pole is at 0 position. Name the type of mirror used in the following situations. Headlights of a car, concave. Why it is being used? because concave mirrors can produce powerful parallel beam of light when the light source is placed at their principal focus. Then second question is side or rear view of a mirror. Just now already we have discussed this question, so they have asked this question second time. Now concave solar furnace, concave mirror. Concave mirror are convergent mirrors, and they construct solar furnaces. Concave mirror converge on a single point known as the principal focus. Hence, they can be used to produce a large amount of heat at that point. So you will get half mark for the recognizing of the mirror, and then half mark will be for the half, or maybe it depends on whether it is for 2 marks, then it will be divided 1 plus 1. One half of a convex lens is covered with a black paper. Suppose you cover your convex lens with the help of a black paper. Then what will happen? Half of the lens will be covered and your image will be blurred. So let us see why. Will this lens produce a complete image? You will say yes. It will be forming a complete image. But what will be your observation? Your observation will be that it will be blurred because you are not getting complete images. So just see, first of all, it can be understood when the upper half of the lens is covered, or because it's not given. So if upper half of the the lens is covered, then this kind of image will be formed. Okay, but it will be blurred. And if second half of the lower half of the lens is covered, then you can just see this part. Okay, as shown in the following figure. So these are two different kinds of diagram. If upper part is covered or the lower part is covered, then you can see this kind of structure. So you can just see, you can get the complete image, but the image will be blurred. An object of 5 centimeter in length is 20 centimeter away from a converging lens of focal length 10 centimeter. That means now 3 informations are given. U is equal to -25, height is 5, and f is equal to +10. So you can just see if f is equal to +10. According to the lens formula, 1 upon v minus 1 upon u is equal to 1 upon f. Put the values. 1 upon 10 minus 1 upon 25, LCM is 250. Okay, and so 1 upon 10 minus 1 upon 25 is equal to, you just see 250 is the LCM, and when 250 is the LCM, the first part will be having 10 into 25 minus 10. So answer will be 15. And then you will reciprocate 250 upon 15, answer is 16.66 centimeters. This positive value of V shows that we are getting it on the right hand side. Magnification of the lens. M is equal to image distance is equal to V upon U. M is equal to V by U. 16.66 upon minus 25. All these values we have already got. This U value was given. This we have already actually mentioned. So if you just have this, this M is equal to image. Now magnification he is also asking. So you will write the formula, because here already M is not given. We have to find out what is M. So there is no need to write it again and again. Only first you find out V upon U. Then you just relate this formula with 0.66. So I hope you have understood. But otherwise, but if you just want to see its solution, you can just see the ray diagram also. They have already given the ray diagram. Okay, so if it is not asked, still by the ray diagram, you can easily imagine that how we are getting it, what is the same size, or can we draw it? So what do you think? Can we draw it? No, we can't draw it directly. You have to take a scale, because 25 centimeter will be very difficult to draw in the copy. So you choose a scale. Suppose 5 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, F is equal to 10 centimeter. It will become 2 centimeter when you will draw. U will be equal to 5 centimeter when you will draw. So just see on the whiteboard how we can draw this. So suppose we just have this, you want to draw this diagram. So suppose we have this, you will just see the P part, F part and C part. If you just want to have it, or if it is a lens, then how will we draw? Just see the comparison here. you can have the optical center F and C1 or 2F1. Here it can be F2 and it will be 2F2. So like that, you can just see comparative study of it. So in your question, what they have given, U is equal to -25. Okay, and focal length was 10. And suppose your height was 5. So you have to take the scale. You will take 5 centimeter is equal to 1 centimeter. And if it is 1 centimeter, this will become 5. This will become 2. This will become 1. And when you draw from any of these two different examples, you will just see, if I will write 5 here, this part is 2. This part is 2 again. That means 2 plus 2, 4. That means where is the object kept? Beyond C. And it is 5 centimeter. Okay, choose from your scale 5 centimeter. And then if you want to have here, now the size also, this will be 1 centimeter. Okay, if you want to draw in your concave mirror, then you just see, you will keep it beyond, because this will be 4 centimeter. This will, up to this will be 2 centimeter. Okay, and this will be 5 centimeter. And this part will be 1 centimeter. So by this, you will complete the diagram. So if they ask you to draw the diagram, then you can follow these steps. Otherwise, you just solve the question and show it by this method only. You will get this size when you will draw. Then next question is concave mirror of focal length 15 centimeter forms an image of 10 centimeter from the lens. How far is the object placed from the lens? So it is very simple. Only two values are given. Concave lens focal length is always minus. In concave lens, you have this particular thing. Now, once you see it, F is equal to -15. Then image distance they have given now. U is not given. So you just see V is equal to -10. First, you have to find out what is U. Now, this is a different kind. Generally, U is given in the question, but this question is different. Here, V is given and you have to find out U. Once you get your answer for U, now you can see this number is very big. Then once again, you can use the scale and draw the diagram. If you don't want to choose the scale, only by seeing the usage of this, if they ask you choose the scale, then draw the ray diagram properly. So according to this, O, F and 2F. So I think you have understood where is the object kept. It is kept at -30 centimeters. So where is your object -30 centimeter? Because focal length is -15. That means your object is at 2F. Okay, because U is 30. That means automatically you will keep it at 2F. Okay, and what you are getting, you can see. Now, when you see the next question, convex mirror is given 10 centimeter and 15 centimeter. Okay, now focal length of convex mirror is +15, U is -15. Use the mirror formula 1 upon V plus 1 upon U, and you just put the value. Very simple calculations are there. Okay, 25, and you just put the values, solve it properly, and because I'm giving you solutions today, so you can see once again how that is being solved. Okay, and then find out the magnification and write the answer. Now, next question is magnification produced by plane mirror is +1. What does this mean? M is equal to image distance H upon H. So you can just see if it is +1, the size is same. Okay, it is size will be same. It will be virtual because plus sign is there. Okay, because and direct also because plus sign is there. Then next question, an object 5 centimeter in length is placed at a distance of 20 centimeter in front of a convex mirror of radius. Okay, so this is the question now. Radius is given, you have to find out first the focal length. Okay, and then when you find the focal length, keep it here. It is 15 centimeter, convex mirror has positive focal length. U will always be minus. So put always U as minus and then solve the question. Okay, you will get this answer. And this is what we have got from calculation. So everything is clear in this. Okay, see at least today once Okay, next time I will be asking you, because quickly I'm taking what actually is given. Already we have done questions. So an object of size 7 centimeter is placed at 27 centimeter in a concave mirror of focal length 18 centimeter. In a concave mirror, focal length is 18 centimeter. Concave mirror has always negative focal length. So U is also minus, F is also minus, height will never be minus because it will be always erect. But your image size can be different, image position can be different. So you just see they have given only, they have put the values here. Okay, and we have got this answer. Magnification is -2, minus means real. Okay, and so this is what they have given, even size is there. So this is a complete question. If you follow these steps, this is the maximum thing they can ask. Size as well as, okay. So I'm just finishing it fast because time is running. Find the focal length of a lens of power -2 diopter. What type of lens is this? Minus sign shows it is a concave lens. Okay, and power is to be taken up by 1/f. So it will be 1/2. This is a negative focal length, so it will be, this is the answer. Very simple questions are there. A doctor has prescribed a corrective lens of power plus 1.5 diopter. Find the focal length of the lens. Is this prescribed lens diverging or converging? So it is the plus sign here. That means it will be convex lens, so it will be converging lens. So just see, because if they are asking you about the nature, then already it's given it is a converging. So it's a converging lens, but the name. So both of the things are very important, very important to write. So just see how we have got, and this was the last question we had. Okay, today you just see all the solutions which I will be sharing you. Okay, I'm asking now. Okay, have you understood better what we have to do? So do all these questions in your exercise, all the solutions I'm giving. If any doubt is there, next time I will be asking you. Okay, beta, do you want to say anything?
Ma'am, 10th question bata do ek baar.
Okay, question number 10. We are running short, but still, don't worry. In question number 10, an object is 5 centimeter in length. So height is given 5. Length is 25 centimeters away. That means -25. Okay, and focal length is 10. Converging. Convex.
Diagram banaya tha maine board pe.
But use the lens formula, put all the values. Okay, now 10 and 25. It is up to you. Even we can have 50, but 250 is the direct multiplication, so it will be easy for you. So first you find out V, then magnification of the lens, V upon U. Okay, that you know already, only you have to find to get this ratio. Okay, it is minus in sign, it will give you real image. Then this value will be here, H upon H, you know, this is height of image upon H, height of object is given 5. Magnification is there, cross multiply that and you get this answer. So all the 3 answers again a complete question. Okay, so and then they have drawn it also. Hanji beta,
Figure kaise banegi ma'am iski?
क्या बनेगी?
जो डायग्राम आपने बनाया था बोर्ड पे.
हाँ, डायग्राम कैसे बनाया है? ओके, सो बेटे जस्ट सी द डायग्राम गिवन हियर. इन डायग्राम आप ध्यान से देखो बेटा, O, F एंड 2F इज गिवन, और आपको पूरे जो 5 है, देखो 5 है, 25 है, इनको 5 से डिवाइड कर दोगे, स्केल ले लोगे, और अगर स्केल नहीं भी लोगे ओनली शो कर सकते हो बाय यूजिंग ऑल द वैल्यूज. ठीक है, जितने भी वैल्यूज है अंदाजे से आप, क्योंकि आप 30 सेंटीमीटर 25 यू कांट टेक इन योर कॉपी, तो आप इसको छोटा कर दोगे, जिससे मैथ्स में स्केल लेते हैं. 5 सेंटीमीटर को 5 से डिवाइड, 25 को 5 से डिवाइड, 10 को भी 5 से डिवाइड, तो ये फोकल लेंथ तो आपकी 2 सेंटीमीटर पे आ जाएगी, और 2F आपकी 4 सेंटीमीटर पे आ जाएगा. ऑब्जेक्ट का है 5 सेंटीमीटर पे, तो बस आप ड्रॉ कर दो उसको, केस को. कौन सा केस है? देखो, बियॉन्ड 2F वाला केस बना दो. ओके ओके बेटा, ठीक है. सो आई एम जस्ट कंप्लीटिंग नाउ. सो ऑल द थिंग्स वी हैव कंप्लीटेड. आप सारे ध्यान से करो, जहां पर आपको प्रॉब्लम होती है डोंट वरी, वी विल बी डूइंग इट नेक्स्ट टाइम. आपसे पहले पूछ लूंगी मैं. Okay, and then I will be coming to the next
Okay.
chapter. Once I will just see if any problem is there, that I will solve, and then I will come to the next chapter, human eye, next time. Okay, all the best then. Okay, I'm ending the meeting now. Okay.